We often hear that life is purely a reflection of who we are. And there's one thing knowing it, and there's one thing actually adapting to it. And what I mean by adapting to it is that when we believe in manifestation, we are always trying to manifest things in our life. And most people are always seeking externally. And when you are seeking externally for things, whether it's validation or significance or things actually happening for you, sometimes when things are happening not for you or apparently, like it looks like it's not happening for you, you start getting confused because then you start blaming. You blame the universe, you blame God, some people blame the government and blame other people. He treated me that way, she treated me that way. They said that to me, they made me upset, they made me bored, they made me do this. So when we start pointing the finger outwards, then we're actually going against that principle already. The mirror theory. Because we need to understand, and this is what an old mentor and coach said to me one time, he said that every time we point the finger outwards, we need to point the finger inwards. Every time you play the blame game and you play victim, you need to start pointing inwards. The moment you point inwards, what happens is you start playing victor, not victim. So we need to understand that our outer world is purely a reflection of our inner world. Now, this comes to a bit of confusion, especially when people say, hey, so you're saying when I attract an asshole in my life, or I attract something negative in my life, you're saying that's because I am. Why are you saying that about me? Right? Now, we need to understand there's a few things here. Right? It's about a vibrational frequency. It's about a deep truth. It's about the root energy that you're actually holding. So maybe you're being nice in front of people. Maybe from the surface level, it looks like you're smiling all the time and you're happy all the time. But the real question is when you're by yourself. And that's why I always recommend people on this spiritual journey to take more time with yourself. Because when you're with yourself, you need to start asking yourself the question, how are you feeling? How's your vibrations? Not what you are showing outside, because what you show outside, everybody who's embarking on this manifestation journey knows to act positive, to do acts of compassion, of kindness, to smile more, to think the right way. And it's okay doing that on a surface level, and especially when you need to be responding to the external factors. But we really need to consider what's actually happening inside, because it actually manifests and attracts and reflects from the root of your being. And the only way you're going to get down to the roots of your being is if you spend some quiet, peaceful self-time. So if you can get yourself isolated, whether you take yourself on holiday, or whether you just keep yourself in your room for a week or two, not speaking to people via social media, or not speaking to people in person, not meeting people, and see how you feel. Are you feeling lonely? Because maybe there are some insecurities that are happening inside. Maybe there are some discomforts or some emotions that may start coming up. Maybe there's frustration that comes up. And if there is, guess what? Well, everything is purely a reflection of who you are. So all will manifest and all will reflect. And so how do we actually do this mirror work? The mirror work is to understand that you are your only competition. You should not be comparing it with anybody else. You should be comparing with yourself every single day. And to do true mirror work, it means that if you can spend a good isolation time with yourself, let's say for the next 21 days, give it a shot. And every day when you look into that mirror, what do you see? When you're by yourself, do you still see happiness? Because it's okay going out partying and saying, hey, I just had a good time, and then looking in the mirror and seeing a happy face. But what about when you're by yourself? Because that's when the truth reveals itself. What do you see? Do you see happiness? Do you see confidence? Do you feel sexy in your skin? Do you feel beautiful? What if I was to tell you right now that I believe you are all of those. Deep down inside, I believe you are all of those. Otherwise, you wouldn't have even attracted this message to here today. Out of the billions of people on the planet, you attracted this message to here today. Because you deserve it. I don't know if you've needed to hear this message for a long time, but you deserve it. You deserve it all. You're worthy of it all. You're special. You're unique. Only you have your DNA. You are unique. And you're destined for greatness. I know you are. But it's just that society always has us trapped in such a cocoon because of all the conditioning that and the story that we buy into and we tell ourselves every single day. But the moment we can relieve ourselves of that, we can surrender our current identity, we can spend some isolation time, we can do some mirror work, and you start working on that reflection, and you start allowing all those insecurities to subside, you actually also allow yourself in that isolation when your mind is calm to be more connected with God, be more connected with the universe. And once you do that, guess what? You become powerful. Your spiritual powers expand when you allow yourself to spend time with your soul. Not to spend time with your friends, not to spend time with your family, to spend time with your soul. So my recommendation for everybody is to practice this. Do more mirror work. Some people call shadow work. Be brave enough to face your fears, your blind spots, your traumas, and allow it to come up and know that is not you. That is purely just a conditioning. And allow yourself to relieve yourself and let it go. And allow yourself to buy into a new concept deep down from the soul. And the moment you start doing that, guess what? Your outer world will start responding. Everything becomes beautiful when you peel off those layers and you see the beauty that's inside of you. That's my message for everybody here today. If you got anything out of it, or if you can connect with what I'm saying, if you feel any emotions from what I'm saying, then please do hit the thumbs up. Just do a good karma deed for the day. Allow this message to reach out to more people and heal and help more people. Also, comment below, let us know where you guys are tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year we're dedicated to making daily videos, so you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we're signing out. Namaste. Prayers for all of you. Namo Himalaya.